Hello and welcome to a special episode of Cricket Predicta brought to you by 1xBet, Sportsline and Womeki Infrastructures, Delhi NCR. Well, in today's episode, we'll talk about the IPL match that is scheduled to take place between the CSK and the defending champions, Kolkata Knight Riders. In the 24th match that happened yesterday, that is more important, Delhi. Who would have thought Delhi would have been without any defeat? But yes, that's the case. In the 24th match of the IPL between RCB and Delhi at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bengaluru, where Delhi Capitals won by 6 wickets. Yes, Delhi defeating RCB by the margin of 6 wickets. And guess what? Delhi is still undefeated. After winning the toss, Delhi Capitals chose to bowl. Batting first, RCB scored meager 163, yes, for the loss of 7 wickets in 20 overs. For RCB, Tim David remained unbeaten on 37. Phil Salt also scored 37. Rajat Patidar made 25 and Virat Kohli just 22 runs. Well, in the bowling department, Vipraj Nigam and Kuldeep Yadav took 2 wickets each for Delhi Capitals, and that's what was the ceiling part. Chasing the target, Delhi Capitals reached the score in just 17.5 overs, just losing 4 wickets. KL Rahul, yes, the match-winning knock of 93. Yes, with his action, he proved that he belonged to the Chinnaswamy Stadium. He's a local boy. He said that after the match. But more importantly, that was an understatement and quite a remarkable comeback in the 220 form. Well, in today's match, we're going to talk about Chennai Super Kings and KKR. But before that, let me welcome my panel on the show today, Paul Dinette. Paul, welcome to the show. Paul, RCB had their tails up in the game when they had taken 4 wickets in just 58 runs. Where do you think things went wrong for RCB in their backyard last night?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting question. I thought RCB were going to win at that point. And I reckon Ian Bishop in commentary really nailed it. Danny Morrison was trying to preview the CSK KKR game, and Bishop was kind of like, no, let's focus on this right now because this 5th bowling option is going to be key. And he was making the point that Krunal Pandya or Liam Livingstone or both needed to bowl some overs, but when's the time to do it? And as is so often the case in modern cricket, Patidar made the decision to take Hazlewood off, who later on did get smashed, but early on had been bowling pretty well, and to bring on Krunal Pandya. And then they put they didn't attack with the field. They enabled Stubbs and KL Rahul, who are 2 fantastic players, it must be said, to just push a few singles, enabled Stubbs to kind of get himself in. And I think that was a key moment. They did it again a few overs later when they made the decision to take off Suyash Sharma when he had another over still to go. And I sometimes often think that modern day captains are too eager to squeeze some overs in, far better off at that point, because the run rate required was not explosively high. Delhi had the opportunity to just pat it around for a few overs. Had Hazlewood been on to Stubbs with a field that was quite aggressive, I think that was where the game was to be won. Anyway, later on, it was kind of the threat of rain, I think, that really electrified KL Rahul. He looked up, saw Hazlewood, and maybe normally would have been thinking, oh, well, this is another over to not go for it yet. But because they were 7 runs behind on Duckworth-Lewis par, he had no choice but to accelerate. Hazlewood didn't bowl his best over. KL Rahul smashed him for 22. And, on such small margins, games are won and lost.
You've been in Delhi. We've supported Delhi and we've seen Delhi lose last year. But this year, they seem to be completely a Max Pro kind of a performance that they have given. Did you think Delhi's unbeaten record is kind of helping them to chase in, close in quickly and win the games comfortably? Remember, they are one of the most prolific sides. They haven't lost a match as yet in the IPL edition this year.
I really don't think so. I sometimes think that the players in the IPL probably have a lot less notion of where the table sits than the spectators do. It must be a cavalcade of hotels and flights and practice and playing and match after match after match. I'm sure they all blur into each other at any given time. I wouldn't be surprised if half the team members don't actually know where everyone is in the table. And it's such an even competition. Whenever you've got a competition that is ultimately constrained, teams are constrained in what they can purchase based on salary caps effectively, you're going to have a very, very even competition as it is. Any given team can beat any other team on its day. Delhi certainly have been playing well this season, but I think rather than the notion of them being intimidated by their unbeaten record, it was the actual cricketing ability of their wrist spinners. Kuldeep Yadav and Vipraj Nigam were superb. They set things up, they kept the total in check, which meant that KL Rahul then could play himself in, and then his test match quality just shone through as he exploded towards the victory.
Paul, runouts are the most ugly thing, especially for the team batting who loses their top guy. And last night, Phil Sort did the same. Virat Kohli's and Phil Sort's mix up. Do you think that was the turning point of the game last night between RCB and Delhi Capitals? Your views?
Well, it certainly didn't help. They were flying along when that occurred. Seemed like Kohli was kind of ball watching and probably needed to send him back quicker because I don't think there was a run there. So I think Salt was at fault for calling for the run, but Kohli was a little bit guilty of ball watching. So that was certainly a major blow. I'll tell you what was another major blow, and I harp on about this, but coming out at number 3, Devdutt Padikkal, should be Tim David coming out at number 3. And I know no one agrees with me, but I just do not understand how, yet again, you have a situation where David came in only getting a handful of balls, and as it turned out, finished not out, smashing the ball everywhere. Imagine if he'd come in at number 3. The worst that can happen is he can hit one straight up and get out, which is usually what he doesn't get to face many balls anyway. But he might go on and actually play a match-winning innings. I saw an interview with him during the week where he said that he's quite happy watching a lot of cricket and knowing that he might not face many balls. I think that is a major mistake. I think he's a great finisher, but don't cut yourself short. When you've got a player that good, get him a chance to face some more balls.
Well, thank you, Paul. We'll let you go with that. That was Paul Dinnett, the podcaster from Australia, who joins us straight from Sydney, early morning, every day in, day out. Well, in today's 25th league match of the IPL, they'll be played at the Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai between CSK and KKR. Remember, the good news for the Thala fans is that MS Dhoni walks in as the skipper since Rituraj Gaikwad, the new anointed skipper, had a fracture injury. But again, as luck would have it, Dhoni walks in and it'll be like a deafening sound. As our friend, umpire Anil Chaudhary had already said that. But so far this season, CSK has lost 4 of their 5 matches. Not a great sign for a team that has won 5 matches, 5 trophies, I beg your pardon, in this IPL. And on the other hand, KKR, which is a defending champion, has won just 2 of the 5 matches while chasing and losing 3 of them. Well, we are joined by Anil Chaudhary, the famous IPL umpire and the man who knows a thing or two about raising his finger, giving them out, and facing the hostile and the whistle polo crowd. Well, Anil, welcome to the show. CSK has dominated head-to-head battle against KKR in the IPL. Will it give them a morale boost amidst a poor run of form tonight? Their backyard, Thala is back, the whistle polo gang is on the go. Do you think it'll help the cause to win the match tonight? Your views, Anil.
CSK has a better record against KKR in IPL overall, and it is a positive sign for them, and it can help them to have a medicine, because since they have better record, they should remember good things, and high time they should come in best way with their available resources. Things are not going in their way, and KKR is doing very well this season. So last season also actually. Let's see how it goes, and CSK should think positive and use their resources with best of their ability.
Well, CSK seem to have lost many things and won very few, in fact, just one game. Does CSK need to come up with major changes in their tactics in this game tonight against KKR?
CSK somehow is not able to perform as they should, and they have good players, but somehow they are not clicking together. Maybe bits and pieces, and it's not helping them in a particular game. Maybe few shufflings, or maybe change of plans, like who will go in power play, or because power play is affecting all T20 matches in big way. Once you come up good in power play, you dominate the game. I have a very different idea actually, and no harm in trying. I think why not Dhoni should come in power play? It will be sensational. He can trouble bowlers like anything, because his power rating is outstanding, and he can surprise with all opposition teams that what is this? It's my idea. Let's see. Because unless they do something different, it's not going to help them. So we'll be waiting today how KKR and CSK play against each other. Record says CSK, but current form says KKR. But unless CSK plans something differently and click together as a unit, because they have players, they have good spinners, they have fast bowlers, they have batters also, but they are not coming collectively.
Well, we'll let go of Anil Chaudhary, who joined in straight from his commentary stint at the IPL. We'll now joined by Noel David. Noel, thank you and welcome to the show. Is CSK's poor run of form good sign for KKR to dominate in this game? KKR has been going and taking a go at all the teams.
Look, Sunil, I don't think KKR will dominate CSK in this game at all because KKR is playing in MH Dambaram Stadium, which is the home soil of CSK. Look, maybe both are sailing in the same boat with a wind difference. That's all. Not a huge this thing at all. But beating CSK in Chennai will ask for a huge contribution from all the players of the KKR, especially their batting, their bowling and their fielding has to be up to the standards. The wickets will be different in Chennai. It may be a slow turner or maybe like last game which they have given you, maybe a batting strip or which will help the bowlers also. But ultimately, Chennai at their home soil, they are a totally different team to come to the game. And moreover, with Dhoni coming back as a captain, will not only bring the confidence in the camp, but I think his strategies and his plans will totally boost the side.
What seems to be going wrong against KKR and CSK? They were most favorites, most pampered, admired, adored team, and suddenly they run out of favors on the points table, languishing down. What is your view of it, Noel David?
Unfortunately, losing close encounters, KKR will come with a bit of confidence to Chennai. They have the team to balance it. They have the players who can single-handedly win the game for them. But they have to collectively perform as a team. They have to get all the three boxes ticked rightly. That is their fielding, their bowling, and the batting. They have to play in partnership. The bowling unit have to bowl in partnership. The fielding has to be up to the standard and brilliant, because beating Chennai will take all this into count. Then only you can beat Chennai in Chennai Super Kings in Chennai, as RCB has done. But on the other hand, not to forget, even Chennai has lost a few close encounters, especially when against RR by 12 runs and the other one very close. So I think not much difference between both the teams, but we have to wait and watch who will be the superior. But I feel that Chennai Super Kings will be the superior ones when they comes to their home turf. And not to forget, with Dhoni being the captain, I think his smart moves will play a lot of difference for Chennai Super Kings.
Noel, the change in captaincy is always hurting every player, everyone at the same time. Do you think the captaincy change from Rituraj Gaikwad to MS Dhoni will bring them luck? Because remember, under Dhoni's captaincy, they've won on many occasions, 5 times, and countless matches. Great memories. Do you think it's time for fans to rejoice?
With Dhoni coming back as the captain of Chennai Super Kings, will not only bring confidence to the camp of the CSK, but it also brings smile and excitement among the CSK fans. I think today the fans will be more happy to see him leading the troop, the team onto the ground. As the Thala who led them few years back. We all know what Dhoni brings to the table as a captain: his smart moves, his strategies. The way he rotates the bowlers, the way he rotates the field. I think that will be a key point for CSK. Uh, I'm not saying Ruturaj Gaikwad is a bad captain, but unfortunately, he had to go because of an elbow injury. I think he also is good in this, following in the same line as Dhoni. But Dhoni, as the Tala of CSK and the Chennai fans, I think him coming back uh, will be a huge boost to the CSK team because his keeping, his batting, and his smart moves will bring a huge difference into the side.
Well, there you heard it from eminent voices in the game. One is an absolute umpire, the other is a podcaster who gets more views than most of the television shows on the TV of cricket. Paul Tinnett, we also had Noel David and Coach Stanley Chiozza. This is all from the Marbella Resorts in Sharjah. This is Sunil Yashkalra saying adios for Cricket Predictor. Don't go anywhere else. We'll be back after a short commercial break.